we're with Peter Burns, SEC Network. One more thing for you.
Yeah.
When I ask you about South Carolina and Will Muschamp, of course, you have Florida. Now you have South Carolina. Was that disaster against – I think it was a disaster against Alabama. South Carolina should have been in that game. It should have been much closer. I mean, was that a defining moment for Will Muschamp's coaching career? Is this the beginning of the end for him?
I think it's an important game this weekend against Missouri, right? Missouri's I think almost a 10-point favorite to go up to Como, which I think Kelly Bryant, those guys got everything figured out after the Wyoming loss. If he can show that they can bounce back after that game against Alabama, which had some questionable calls, it's huge. I still think Ray Tanner, who their athletic director, he knows it's about patience, and he sees that the program's deeper, but that doesn't necessarily mean wins. I don't think there's a whole lot of pressure on Will right now. Hey, you got to win right now. They just got a football facility. I still think that Will at least get not only this season, but the following season as well, to have his whole vision there. And at the end of 2020, Brooks, hey man, maybe it is time for a change, but I'm not willing to sell Muschamp, especially with the schedule that they had, and say that he's not cut out to be a coach. And I've said this often, and it sucks because we value college football so much on wins and losses, and that's basically what you're paid for, right? But off the field, I'm getting ready to have a son and on Halloween. I can't wait.
Congratulations. That's
Thanks,
awesome,
dude. It'll be great. And I don't know if he plays college football, but if there was one college football coach that I would want him to play for, take the wins and losses out, it's actually Will Muschamp. Not Nick Saban,
really?
Not Ed Ogeron.
Not Dabo?
Not Dabo. Honestly,
really?
It's Will Muschamp.
Because everybody says Dabo. Everybody said when they ask that question.
Listen, you're not going to go wrong with Dabo, right? I just think the time that I've spent with Muschamp, and I'll never forget this. The time I went with him when he first took over the job, and I sat down, and he invited me to come down on signing day, his first signing day. And we sat down, and he started kind of, he opened up because we had some mutual friends, and he was great. And he was telling me the stories about how, hey man, we're probably not going to get this kid because this kid is, hey, he wanted extra, he wanted cash. Now we're not on camera, so this is just me and him talking. And he's telling me about this kid wanted me to recruit his brother, but I knew if I recruited his brother, I'd sign his brother and the kid wouldn't come. So I really got a glimpse inside of how Muschamp runs his
Very
program.
candid. You're not going to get that.
You don't get it a lot.
That's pretty rare.
And I've been down there in practices, and I think he's just a good coach. The problem is that Clemson's a damn behemoth now, and the rest of the SEC are a bunch of super yachts and one percenters, and he's still right? I mean, it's like going to San Tropez.
Oligarchs.
Yeah, really, right? It's like, college football has a lot of really good programs that have nice boats, but guess what? Clemson's a damn, $50 million Tiger Woods boat in the marina right now, and so is Alabama, and LSU is that way. So, I think he's a great coach. I just think that, I don't think there's a whole lot of pressure on him.